Hello, welcome to Easy Fix. In today's video, we will be demonstrating how to refurbish an 11-inch iPad Pro display. Let's get started. First, as always, you want to start by testing the display to ensure the OLED on the back is not damaged. We will now disconnect the existing display and remove it from the device. We will now add multiple layers of tape on the existing glass to ensure we don't have to worry about any small particles of glass damaging the OLED. Cut off all the unneeded tape and proceed to the next step. Now begin to remove the Face ID from the back of the OLED. Start by putting small amounts of heat directly towards the tape holding the Face ID proximity sensor to loosen the adhesive. Then carefully remove the tape on the top of the OLED and proceed. Use more heat if needed to remove the proximity sensor. Be sure to have extreme care while handling the Face ID. Using heat during this process will increase the chances of the success rate of the repair. Now that the Face ID is removed, begin to remove the rest of the tape around the corners and edges of the device to ensure maximum success for the next step. We will now use a small wire with a back and forth motion like a saw. Place the wire right where the glass and the OLED meet and start to cut the adhesive between the glass and the OLED. Be sure not to rush this process as it is one of the most important parts to be a successful repair. Now that the glass is removed from the OLED, we will now begin to clean off the OLED to further remove all the existing adhesive. Using the glue removal tool will speed up the process of this step, but you have to have extreme care while using it since it is possible to damage the OLED with this tool. This is a long process, but having patience will be key to having successful repair. Now that the adhesive is removed, using Glue Gun to assist with removing all of the remaining remnants off the OLED. Using Glue Gun is a great way to remove off any remaining adhesive from any type of surface, but since it is an oil-based solvent, we will now need to take the OLED to a much further and deeper cleansing to remove off all the oil from the OLED. Using isopropyl alcohol with a clean cloth, we will now begin to clean off all of the Glue Gun from the OLED surface. This step must be done to ensure before we place the new glass on the OLED there is a nice clean surface for it to adhere to. Now remove the plastic cover from the glass and begin to place the new OCA. The OCA stands for optical clear adhesive, which will allow the glass to stick to the OLED with ease. We will now place the new glass with the OCA installed inside the LCD laminator to firmly press the two compounds together. Now, to ensure the OLED has an extremely clean surface, one final cleaning before the glass is done is necessary for a successful repair. After the new glass is being done laminated, it will now need to go into the vacuum chamber to remove all of the bubbles between the OCA and the glass. After removing the glass from the vacuum chamber, the freshly pressed glass is ready to be laminated to the OLED. With the OLED inside the guide, prepare the glass by removing the film on the back of the OCA. Now carefully place the glass on the OLED and be sure to check that the OLED is perfectly clean, as you will see imperfections in the display if not. We will now go ahead and remove the display from the guide and place it into the screen laminator machine. After the lamination is complete, the display will need to be placed in a vacuum chamber for 11 minutes and 11 seconds to ensure all of the remaining air pockets between the two surfaces will be removed. After removing the new display from the chamber, upon inspection there is no air bubbles between the glass and the OLED. The new display will now need to be tested to be sure it is still functioning and the touch is still intact. The display works and the touch seems to be working great on this refurbishment. This looks like another successful repair in the books for the Easy team. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. We post excellent electronic repair walkthroughs and tutorials, so be sure to stay connected with us by also ringing the notification bell so you know when we upload our next video.